Alex plus LEDs here, and this is the Tomas RGB Matrix helmet with sidebars. So the helmet comes with these two button panels and a USB plug, and you'll need your own little battery bank here to power the whole thing. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in here, and the whole thing lights up. In the mouth region here, I do have a cooling fan installed. So for the duration of the video, I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off by hitting the cooling fan button here. If my camera can focus. Hit that 3 times, goes to the off mode. So now I can show some of the other features. So on the button board here, there's the mode plus, mode minus, and fan button for the Matrix. And for the sidebars, there's the sidebar, outer sidebar section, and inner sidebar section. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the Matrix. So when you boot up the helmet, initially it'll go into the demo mode, which is just going to cycle all of the animations one by one continuously. And if you want to change that, hit the plus or minus button on the button panel here. And every time you click this, it'll increment to the next mode. When you power off the helmet and power back on, it'll remember what mode it was in when you had it powered on. So it'll remember that mode. So you could press up, pressing the plus button here, and it'll cycle through all the different animations until you reach the end here. That's it, that's the last one. So you could hit plus or minus to change the animation. And as I alluded to earlier, there's this cooling fan button here that will toggle the speeds of the cooling fan. So it's the highest speed, here's the medium speed, here's the low speed, and here's the off mode. On the sidebars, it's much the same thing. If you hit the buttons here, the sidebars will change the pattern shown. The two individual sidebars are kind of running their own program, so you have individual control over whatever each one is showing. So simple as that. So let me show how to tune the colors of the RGB matrix here. So there's a bunch of these standard animations, I'm going to call them the classic animations, that are single color. And let's say you want to change that. Simple enough. Just press and hold the mode plus and mode minus button at the same time, and you'll see that the color changes as you do that. And let's say I want this color, I release it, and now this color is saved. So all of these classic animations that are monochrome are all now this same exact color. However, if I go to the RGB animations here, get there, you can't change these colors. These are kind of baked in, and there's no easy way to modify it. There's also an SD card in the Matrix controller board that allows you to import your own animations. So you could either import like an image. So here I have an image that's imported. It's reading it off of the SD card here and displaying it on the Matrix. Or there are these animation functions included as well. So the way this works is if you have a series of pictures, you put it in a specific folder, you power off the Matrix, power it back on, it will pull out all of the images and it'll create an animation like this. If you need more information, the SD card inside the helmet has a little readme.txt file. And at the end of this video, I'll include just a long loop of all of these animations shown. So let's say we want to go back to our standard red color, reset everything. Let's say we want to go back to default settings. So in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and turn off the helmet by unplugging it, hold the plus button here, and plug the matrix in. And you'll see this RGB flashing, and that means you have reset the matrix. So as I hold it, it'll keep resetting. Release it, and we're back to red standard demo mode. And as you can see, I can increment the animations as per usual. So let's move on to the app. So because this is, there's a couple ways to control this helmet, right? There's the button pad, and there's actually an app, an Android app that lets you edit animations or edit some other custom modes within the helmet. So let's go with that. So each of these helmets comes with an Android cell phone with a preloaded app. It's called Serial Bluetooth Monitor, so I'm going to go ahead and open that. It pops open like this. In order to connect to your helmet, I'm going to go tap here, go to Devices, I'm going to do a scan. It's going to scan, and then you want to connect to Thomas Matrix RGB. Hit that, you'll see a little thing here that says connected, and then you'll see this whole list of information that pops up when you've successfully connected it. So you can do the same thing with the buttons as, pretty much with a phone. So you could go mode plus, right? You could increment the modes up, down, right? If you want to change the color, so let me go to a more visible animation here. How about this one? There we go. So you could hit color and it'll, modify the color as you press the color button here. You could also change the fan speeds. Here it's off. You could also, if you want to, you could just turn off the matrix by hitting the on-off button here, and it'll turn off all the LEDs if you want that. You can turn it back on, no problem. And you could also go back to demo mode by pressing this button here. Oops, demo. You can also edit custom, you could also input custom text here. So if I say something like, hello, and I send that, it will display my custom message on the matrix. This custom message is saved along with a color and the mode if you power cycle the matrix. And I think that pretty much covers most of the functionality. And again, let's say I want to erase the custom message and I want to go back to the default color. So I'm gonna go ahead, unplug the matrix, it's gonna power off, hold the plus button, power back on, and reset everything back to normal. So that's it. If you have questions, post it in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions. These helmets are available on my website, link down below. So without further ado, let me move to the full animation video.